Cut off the old, I started recording. They gon' look up at me and then look up at you and say, how they do it like this? They gon' look at the scratch and see all the misses and how did he do it? They gon' look at the addiction and see all the misses like how did he do it? Like how did he do it? When I went back to God, he gave me the sauce and his hum. Do it. I was made for this. 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 Why would I believe when I was made for this? I'm walking in faith, I don't walk with blick. Yeah, but he tripping, can't scratch. I was made it. I know I'm just like in heaven, I know that I'm rich. I'm on one pick, we lit. All of my brothers, we win. See how we conquer and sin. Walking in love. You know my God from I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. I thought that I was made for this. I was made for this. Made for this. Why would I believe in life? I was made for this.
Told you we'll give you a ticket. That is a ticket in commerce. And so if you go to buy something and you don't have the money and it's too expensive, you ask me to co-sign for you. Now if I co-sign
I'm muted. Shit. I gotta start over. REVOLT Radio 90.1. I didn't know I was muted. I apologize. It's been a long day, but we're here just to talk, looking for more Made in America affiliates. They're good for people to come on. That's great, because I always start real early. But we need more Made in America companies. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one or two might be. And we're down with maybe Russia and China, too. Stuff over there, we're going to probably partner with these smaller cars as the import law gets real. If there's a way to wholesale them or some way to list them on here for like a commission or a fee or a finder's fee. We want to get that right now because the auto industry is compromised by the Jays with their usury. It's got cars up high. You know, you'll never 50 years to pay off a car. When Germany got it fixed, they could pay off their house in 5 years. They would have way more than enough money to pay off the loan. They'd still be financing all their other needs, wants and needs. They could have fun and pay the bills to get the food. So if you're going to make us live in a society where you steal the free energy out of the sky, the ground, the ether, whatever, earth batteries, and you sell it to us, at least give us enough money to where we can afford it. Because in Germany, real quick, it was past the trillions. It was like almost the is it billion after that? Billion, trillion? It might have been the trillions. Like 800 trillion German marks when it started out with like few hundred German marks to buy just in like a few years, 12 years of the Jays. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. Wow, my it's a slow rumble in my head now. Talking, they sprayed something on us. But anyway, you look at that, you fast forward, and it's like, holy shit. You know what I mean? We're starting to see the same thing. They drop it, they go up 10 and drop it down 3, and think that we're supposed to be happy about that. But in Germany, even after that bullshit, they've tried to inflate other times. Like I think there was other times. But what they did is they stopped driving altogether, except where they had to. That would carpool, maybe use taxis and stuff, right? And they weren't spending all this money on gas. They were to drop the price because nobody was buying it. It was too high, which means they're not buying nothing else. As a guy that could only sell gas and nothing else, when the economy got bad during COVID, if we didn't have gas, no one come in. You know what I mean? You have to have it. And that could always happen. But you know what I mean? Just throughout history, they've inflated everything everywhere they go. They got the Ben Franklin document to where if they didn't ban it outright in the Constitution, the Jews, that we would forever regret this. We'd be looking back with Jews everywhere, ready to replace us pretty much. He said that. So technically, like constitutionally, people wanted that constitutionally. They said that was their problems. Ben Franklin was on the run. This country was founded on, initially with the 5 civilized tribes. The Bill of Rights of the 5 civilized tribes, before it got changed and then he wrote history. It was founded with Native Americans against the Jews. So when you understand that there was a lot more going on, in the early 1900s, they destroyed all these buildings so it wasn't cowboys and Indians, and it wasn't just land out here that we just started building on. No, they then it rewrites everything. So then the natives, when they weren't in these buildings, were out in teepees. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you the whole history. They just tell you that Chris Columbus came over here, even though people have been here. That's when the Jews started trying to conquer this place. It was founded on it. Ben Franklin was like, hold on a minute. And it could have been a bunch of Zionists. The evidence supports the founding of this country. It's been based on lie and deception, either way you look at it. I mean, like, our government killed the natives and moved them, killed the buffaloes, killed the Mexicans, killed the slaves, everything. Kids. Now they're doing kids and experiments. Or you can look at how part of that's not entirely true, how they fabricated a lot of the slavery. Blacks have coming out on all their lives. So, yeah, we're not buying it no more. It seems to be a thing that was Rosa Parks, who, after the bus, stood in front of the bus with the Masonic numbers. Finally, Call Me Kinfolk was making a stream on that. I hope everybody haven't watched him in about 5 months or so. But I did watch him heavily during that time. And when he dropped that, I thought it was the best thing ever because he was cooking his own black history. And then, not long later, right, or not long before or after, I think it was after, that guy, Black History, my history. He was like claiming to be Moorish. He was rapping, but doing a lot of these symbols. Like he's Illuminati, but he's also exposing it. It's kind of weird lyrics, but I don't know. I don't know. Or he's a Mason, Black Mason, and he's doing a thing. But either way, there was some truth. Y'all were referred to as Indians back then. That's why they're getting cards today. Because we were already here. Already there. Take a look around. We got a few buildings left. The government tore the rest down. Oh my God. No, but for real. Like dead ass, bro. We're on DJ Dyko as well. This is they want this on the radio, so let's get it. We're doom scrolling. It's called the RFO Show. We doom scroll. We interview people about what we find on doom scrolling. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look. This, and this. We ask the normal questions, and then we ask the serious ones. Like, what are you really going to do? You're against all these things. Can we ask these questions? Because clearly you go on CNN, CBS, Fox 23 News, they're going to ask you the regular, you know what I'm saying, the regular questions that nobody gives two shits about. Are you Republican? You're not an independent running as a Republican? What's your views on immigration? Oh, yeah. Israel, you're pro-Israel, right? You're not anti-Semitic. Like, no, we're gonna go. Hey, look, we're gonna tackle some stuff here, so be prepared. I'm trying to prepare for some of these interviews. I haven't interviewed a lot of people one-on-one like this in a while, a good while. Usually it's on TikTok, but it's been about 5 months. So well, actually, no, there's people that come in, but since we've been streaming it and caught some of it to replay, it's been 5 months. I wish I could have retitled some of these. That Brazilian doctor came on one of my old streams. If y'all find it, holy crap. I'll send you $100 right now. I don't know. If you find it, clip it on one of the old live streams, because a lot of them are getting deleted months to a year later. But if you can find it, that would be great. Anyway, back to this. The main topic, I just wanted to get that out there. I don't know, too. The main topic, of course, is Made in America. We're looking at stuff, and it's just kind of weird. Everybody goes here. They know they get fucked up GMO chickens. I'm not dissing y'all, but it's cheaper. You can get nothing else. You can get the offspring off that. Let's see. Hold on. So I don't know. I just got the Googling around, of course. Affiliate marketing, looking all for new stuff to sign up for that's local, made in America, or people that will set something up that are good brands. Finally, we've got approved with people like My Patient Supply, all their sub companies, Delta 8 Pro out of Colorado, and a few more. Well, I figured since we like to target the farmers and ranchers, since, in the convenience stores, because we couldn't get nothing going, people were still running confused, trying to distract themselves from the world changing during COVID, or they were isolated because they were believing that bullshit during COVID. Well, it kind of hurt a lot of convenience stores. They raised gas up past $5, and nobody coming in because they couldn't afford it. Well, people, the stores around here probably switched owners probably 2 to 5 times, who knows? Thanks to the pandemic. Worst time to buy a store, by the way. But what I did learn was that you still could build a relationship, and it wasn't illegal, directly from farmers and butchers that have their own shit, have their own sanitary butchering, and you know what I mean? And you can still build that relationship. And that's one of the things I found this thing on too, was to keep educating people on how to maintain that relationship and to cut off these bullshit ass motherfucking deals. Become more of a local, your own niche. Everybody's got we got a bunch of local beer brands too for your craft beer fanatics that we could even, replace at this point most of the beer that's on the shelf. Everybody has Bud Light. But if you find just as good or better alternatives made down the road at these brew houses that they sell at the store or allow stores nearby to sell, that would be great. You could get direct relationships with them, even outside of the normal distributors or before they go to distributors. Just get that in. We still had some of that. So, I just thought I'd bring this up, because this came up, Tractor Supply. Apparently you can promote their goods and get a commission, and we'll encourage people to buy online now too. And I need to check all these brands, and even the TID radio brand I have, which I don't care if it's China or Russia, like I was saying before I was muted, because those are countries we should be allies with. We need to buy from China and Russia. Thank God the K cars are legalized and everybody's buying the hell out of them. Because now America knows that they lied about China and Russia. They're not the ops. They're here in America. It's the funny hat guys that always going somewhere, but they've never got nowhere to go. Like the mustache man said, all over New York, you see them hustling and bustling. You go into any shop, business, building, they're never there. They're not drinking coffee, tea. They're not eating steaks, burgers, nothing. Of course, they're not eating the goy slop. There's not a Jewish kosher anything anywhere. It's the one thing that's supposed to be a race, right? A culture or whatever, but there ain't no Jewish restaurants. I just realized that. Holy shit balls. Has no one ever realized that? I'll get to Tractor Supply in a minute, being owned by. But they're supposed to, when you look, the people are going, my favorite dish They name my favorite Israeli or Jewish dish, and they name everything from everywhere else. Like I didn't know that Israel is also claiming it's going to be anti-Semitic. They're also claiming rights, or that they created, or was promised to them, however you want to look at it. The barbecue brisket. Now, if I'm from Texas, we all know that was originated in Texas. First off, if I'm from anywhere around Texas, like even here where it's popular in Oklahoma, Arkansas, of course, I'll be pretty pissed. You can't be mad about the Jews about anything else. Be mad that they're claiming your own fucking deal as theirs, and they'll come steal your brisket, probably your restaurant that sells it. So, they like to colonize things. If they're already claiming the rights to that, I'm just warning all the barbecue joints in America that have barbecue brisket. Brisket! I watched them. These Jews, I've been interviewing them. They claim that. Some may deny it, but others claim it. People that go to Israel, my favorite dish is Palestinian wraps. We all know where hummus comes from. Holy shit, Batman. Do they export anything native? Or do they claim anything native? Or is it they just claim, I don't know. Do Arabs claim to own all these things? No. I don't think so. That's crazy. So it's just very bizarre that, you go to the mall, you go to parts of, they have certain parts in town that have a lot of these places. But even in the mall, I can go get Vietnamese food in Tulsa at Woodland Hills Mall. There's Vietnamese, German. There's like all these different things that you wouldn't expect. Probably every country, I don't know, or every, you know what I mean? There's Pacific Island countries that come in. Those people put in restaurants. You got kava bars taking off now. That's a Pacific Island native, maybe parts of Hawaii, native plant. Like, come on, folks. And you mean to tell me there's no Israeli, or what does a J run? I mean, they don't work. They're not going to sit there and make 6 million pizzas in 4 years. It's impossible. I'm sorry. They're not going to sit there and flip pizzas and struggle and have to keep up. Oh, you're ordering wrong. Right. They can't handle that. They have no, let me fix it. Accountability doesn't exist. They would just exile them from the restaurant. That's why you don't see these group of people, this one religion that now Ben Shapiro admits he's white, and it's mainly a religion. Now he's getting cooked in debates. He's more irrelevant than ever. But, you see these people in a normal 90%, right? A lot of them reject the whole thing, and they're trying to live their own life. I respect you. A lot of y'all prefer to be Christian. But the majority of the stereotype, 90% of Jews, they're not down here with us. They're making all this money off the Social Security number and different things. They're investing, and we're not. We're getting robbed of it by other Jews. And that's what's crazy. We teach about the Social Security number and how it's supposed to be applied and how it's being misused. They're telling you, oh, it's for identification, but the website says on SSA.gov not to use for identification purposes. It's prepayment collateral under the Federal Reserve rules. They know this. That's why they come out of high school rich as hell. Here, definitely in Israel, it comes from our taxes and it comes from all the bills you pay at the hospital. A lot of that, the reason things are $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 bills here, just to stay alive, and so it's a scam. So some Jews get rich, and it's a scam so they don't have to pay for it at all. If you understand that the Bible says they're not the chosen, and they're milking this lie, that they lost that power, you'll get kind of pissed. A lot of churches are standing up, and I wonder when America's going to stand up. You know what I mean? Because, it's just bizarre. That even Tractor Supply, which we all know gives fucked up chickens, is ran. Did I delete it? I hit X on it. I gotta type it again. I need that open though. Holy shit, balls. Vanguard, BlackRock, even this, the Tractor Supply Co. Targeting farmers, ranchers, countrymen like you and me. Gooders are some good old boys. Ain't mean no harm. And they sell all the stuff. You go in there to get a lot of the medicine for your animals that you can use on humans. They say it's good, it's healthy, but you go on TV, they say no. But you got to understand, it's Vanguard shareholder approved companies. They put whatever they want in there. So this is where I'm at with it. You know, we want that direct relationship because this is beginning to be a problem. And even like you think your country store chains, they're cooked. You think they wouldn't be, but they're cooked. Look, the first thing that comes up is their website and a fact sheet. Mail order tractor parts business in the 90s. Now they got 2,300 stores in 49 states. See, look, yeah, when you get that big, you got to sell out. It's like when you get the world tours, you know, well, in the commercials and the mainstream presence, you got to be Jewed out by now. And so, I mean, what's going on here? I don't know. Just some good old boys. Oh. And then, you know, like, you go to get tools at Lowe's. Oh, yeah, we got to keep building houses, right? No, we built enough houses. They're just bored of the ones that we have and don't want to destroy them and replace them. That's your two options. We're in an enclosed system. There ain't nowhere to go. We cut down all the trees like the Lorax for foot. But look, Lowe's. What else? Who owns ITA or Tin Box? They rebranded the Tin Box. Why? No single line. Okay, that's just a brand. Still. Yeah, but do they finance all the stock and everything like that initially to kick off? How does it work? I just want to rake some. I don't know. That's got to be different than like a chain.
When you rich like this, feel great. We get like city or plate.
Play that on the way out. We'll break. We'll come back in. Somebody go get me some tea. But no, think about it though. Now I gotta go. Companies like tractors. Oh yeah, Atwood's not as popular anymore. Who owns? Oh really? Based in Enid, Oklahoma. So they never sold out to these people? All right, so Atwood's, when it comes to a chain, would be a good chain to keep. Even though I think it should just be a local company, independently looking, its own style. We don't have that anymore, right? We used to have a local grocery store ran by a guy and his wife and his family and people in town that work there, right? Either way, Atwoods, I guess, checks out so far. Oh. I don't know Walmart's deal. Like much. The Atwood family. Get out of here with that shit! Try and do a thing, and the animals are ruffling in the back here, outside the building. I don't know what that is. Not publicly traded or owned by a large investment firm. Yeah. So they own all of them everywhere? They don't even have to be there? I wouldn't trust that. I mean, when you're that big, it doesn't matter. I don't know. I wish I could loop that, man. I could put it in there and loop it. Is there a beat? I want the lyrics. There's a radio here.
It's good.
I just need something in the background. It's going so fast. Let's find out if that's another topic on this station. Stop playing with me. Gone. I mean, shit, bro. All right. Can we be more specific? Uh, and that's why there's nothing but poison brands at the Walgreens, and even the little herbal thing they have, the vitamins are cooked. That's crazy. All of it's cooked. They didn't give me what I was looking for. But where do we go now? Do I gotta look up everything and I don't know, see now? Yo, yeah, we can't do them, bro. Shit, they got one though. Hey, let's see. Who? I think it's that one. Hey, we love our Canadian family-owned businesses. We'll keep that one in mind. Might as well just sign up and put it there as an option if they'll let us. No evidence of a big investment. Direct relationship for farmers there. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Hold on before we get started. Farm or not. I like technology like this. Who cares? Oh, God. Okay, India investors. That's fine. India's like against them. They've tried to get rid of Bill Gates before for poisoning people. India, we need to ally with India. These stupid, even though the Jeets, I mean, I wouldn't say they're all Jeets, but, there's some Jeet ass motherfuckers over there. We need to ally with India and help stop. I don't know. They don't even need to do the scam calling. They don't work anymore. A lot of them shut down. Let's just get with these motherfuckers. The normal Indians, they're Native Americans. Like, hey, I'm a native. Call me whatever. I don't give two shits. I'm trying to trigger people. So if I use offensive language fluently, I'm trying to trigger Americans to be offended by what I'm saying. So they listen to all the other words that I say. And I feel like that's the only way that I can get traffic is when I throw in things like that. I don't really mean to call y'all kikes, jeets, cunts. Now, what are they called? Natives? Spirit truckers? I don't know. There's a few words. I'd have to think about it. I'm part white, so cracker. You know what I mean? Let's just, come on. We're all in this together. That's funny that comes up, though. Yeah, really, there's a lot of land over the U.S. 2.4 million acres. And then you got Bill Gates and their Jews. The surprising truth about them, they're Jews. It's their religion. I'm not mocking nothing just for no reason. Read the Talmud and you'll see it's Jewish law normalizing their family. I'm about to pop my lungs then. Too much. Okay, let's go. All right, we're down. If you really think I can make that much out here. Let's go ahead and let y'all in, bro. Like, what the heck? So all we gotta have is 10 elite users per month. I can so do that, farmers out here. We got enough. Crop monitoring, satellite imagery. No, unless it's just something that's not connected to nothing. I don't think anybody's really interested when it comes to the truth. It's cool, but we'll try it and see. But honestly, I know this kind of looking. I'm looking at it. That word alone. Where was it? Crop monitoring, satellite agricultural monitoring. Earth orbiting. Damn. We do need some money, but I don't think anybody's going to buy it. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, bullshit. We know balloons. Who's getting that shit up there? Elon? No, they use balloons. Electrostatic orbit. So they're right off the rip, if they're saying Earth orbiting, they're lying. Of course, Church Street in Delaware, of course, it's a Delaware zip code. A lot of these fake weird companies, it's got 3 fucking phone numbers or whatever, but Delaware, Montana, nothing mainstream. Oh, that's their partner. See what the disclaimer is. I'm not dissing this company at all. Well, for people that need that, I don't see why they would need that. Something that high up can monitor the temperature of the soil. It sounds like another trick to me. I was like, oh man, maybe he's cool. Indians, but I forgot a lot of them teamed up with the Jews. Because there's a lot of smart computer guys over there too. Jews aren't that smart. So, when they can't figure it out, they call their, I don't know. Yeah, they're spraying the COVID. Sounds to me like it's just surveilling, using the UVs to monitor if the plants have the COVID jab, just like they monitor the people. I don't know if I want to support that. 100,000. It promises 100,000 a year, but only 10 a month. You're not getting very many. Must be a lot. I just don't think that's what. All right, flat earthers. My phone just a screen to it's like ghosting now. It's fucked. It only looks regular like on the lock screen, but as soon as I log in, it's like a seizure or something, or like kind of you leaving your body or going into somewhere else on top of it. It just fades in this trippy like way. I want to see. Look, yeah, I open TikTok and it's already ghosting. As much as I'd like to go live right now on TikTok, I don't think I can. Let's see if it completely ghosts the whole thing. Palestine is going to feel what Palestine has felt if they don't take care of their Israel problem. I don't know. I don't know, we'll try it and see, but this is what I'm saying. If you can help us, fine. I get in contact, djdiako55 at gmail.com. This is all I'm saying. This is all we need right here. Is made to make brands that aren't like how do we know what's the side effect? If you look now, it's like just gonna go black. I tried to go live. Maybe it would just, and I can see right through it. Oh, that's the camera. Because the brightness went up. That's what happened. Turn the Bluetooth off. Well, we're just gonna have to do it because I hadn't been able to go live. We'll buy a phone as soon as we get to the store in the next day or two. But if the screen starts to go out, whatever. The battery is fucking full. And I need to go live on here, so yeah. We'll see how long it lasts. My screen's going out all of a sudden for no reason. I mean, there is a big crack from where it flew off the bike before the bike foot on it. I don't care. I think it's going away enough to do this. We might get one more live stream on this phone. And I'll go buy another one. We keep it cool. Quit fucking around. No, we're gonna go like that. I don't know if I'll switch panels or not. We'll try it. My screen's going out, but you know, I left it off, let it charge fully, and just let it sit there on off, and maybe it would kind of fix itself. And it just decided to put this ghost over the whole thing. But we're on here. That's just flat, bro. But yeah, this is just like I don't trust it. Sounds like just a cash grab to me. Let's see. See, yeah, no, there's no accuracy because of all this bullshit. Nobody's buying that. Can saturate very dense, healthy vegetation, making it hard to distinguish between high levels of biomass. Soil background effects. If I want to come in the box, my screen's going out. So we're going to try to get one last stream in, maybe get a phone tomorrow. I don't know. How about that? The space industry got. Subtle environmental changes. Bad for the environment. Told you. That's all I needed. We're not doing it. Fuck that guy. Everything I said about his company, first thing on the first page is 100 plus thousand a year. And all you gotta do is get 10 a month on the elite. Cash grab. Farmers never needed this shit. We're looking for like heirloom seed and shit, buddy. If you want to come in the box, go right ahead. My screen's about to go out here, so I may not have long. I don't know. It just started ghosting this morning. It's gotten worse. It's sitting good where it ain't getting worse than it is. Just got this layer on. I don't know if I can even make the brightness come up without fucking it. I'm gonna try it and see. Because I'm trying to get this to a switch. It just says Kansas is flat and unoccupied, meaning the west side's unoccupied. There is a tiny hill in the middle, and that's a good halfway point. That might be where we have the flat earth meetup, so you can look at flat on all sides. That's probably where I'm going to set it up. I'll have to get a new whip when this lawsuit stole my car or whatever. Loading off the bike, I can load my stuff, pull my RV, and we'll go up there. There's a little hill in the middle of Kansas. Sometime next summer, I would like to set up a flat earth beat there. Because I missed the other one nearby in Arkansas somewhere or whatever. Had something going on. Had a car at the time, though. That's all it is. Kansas is like 400 miles. You guys claim every 3 miles. There's no topography. That's our point. You get above the topography. You see that the topography goes up and down in a sine wave. Like a song. It's still going at a horizontal line for the flat earth line. At the horizontal line, but it's going up and down at the top like your trees do on a flat level, or you got trees in these flat spots. That your street lamps do the same thing. You can consider them like peaks, short peaks, sine waves. As a music engineer, you know, same thing. A studio engineer. I mess with the waves. Let's see. I have to read the sine waves. Trying to get on affiliate link as we research Lowe's, Tractor Supply, and a lot of the big chains of outdoor stuff are owned by BlackRock and Denver. So we didn't have that. They're probably on TikTok now. So we get the right up through.